Hello, family. Hello, family. My name is Moses Biata. Welcome to my YouTube channel, the hub of consistent value. I hope that since you subscribe to this channel, your life has been skyrocketing, your business has seen tremendous results, and you have been moved out of your comfort zone, to want to do more for yourself, ultimately living and making the world a better place. Today I will be talking to you guys about creating winning offers, how to craft compelling proposals that close more sales. Creating winning offers, that's how to craft compelling proposals that close more sales. Your ability to create winning offers could literally be the distinguishing factor or the difference between closing a particular sale or missing out on an opportunity. So in this video, I'm going to take time off to talk to you about how to make sure you are creating winning offers, ultimately that will result in you making and closing more sales. When we say a winning offer, what really is a winning offer? A winning offer is one that addresses the specific needs and wants of your customer. A winning offer is one that addresses the specific needs and wants of your customer. So if you are running a business, if you're a solopreneur, if you're an entrepreneur, if you're an intrapreneur, if you're an extrapreneur, whichever preneur that you are, at the end of the day, the bigger question is, are you creating offers that understand or take into consideration the needs and wants of your customers? If you are not doing so, then this video is for you. If you are not doing so as a business, then this one is for you. Probably you're an online entrepreneur, somebody who sells clothes, somebody who sells bags, whatever thing it is. Have you created proposals and offers that captures the needs and wants of your target audience or your customer? Now, how do you create winning offers? There are a couple of things to look at when it comes to creating winning offers. The first of them is to understand your customers' pain points. Your customers' pain points. You need to understand your customers' pain points, their budget constraints, and their entire decision-making process. This is super important. You need to know your customers' pain points, you need to understand their budget constraints, and you need to understand their decision-making process. And that can only happen when you are engaging your customer. If you are engaging your customer and having conversations with them, it's super easy to draw out their pain points if you are paying close attention. It's also super easy for you to know their budget constraints. That's to say that what they can afford and what they can't afford. By that you can tell how much of money or how much their financial muscle is looking like. And then if you are paying close attention during the conversation process, you would be able to then appreciate their decision making process. That's to say that you'll be able to appreciate what informs their decisions and how they arrive at decisions. By addressing these things, what happens is that you get to appreciate their specific needs and wants when it comes to their personal life and all of that. This by far usually helps you to increase the chances of closing more sales. The next thing you need to understand is to create a particular sense of urgency. Create a particular sense of urgency. Usually when it comes to closing more deals, when it comes to creating winning offers, you need to have a certain sense of urgency attached to it. Usually when people realize that something has a particular time frame on it, they do not want to miss out. In the crypto space, we call it FOMO, fear of missing out. When people have that sense of urgency or that fear of missing out, they take action quicker. So is it a particular discount that you are running on your... So I know people that usually take time off in the year and wait till Black Friday. But how about not waiting till Black Friday to come up with Black Friday offers for your business? How about strategically positioning your business such that you can constantly keep having Black Friday throughout the entire year by just making sure that there's a particular sense of urgency that comes with your proposing or your proposals of your business or the messaging of your business. And then in that sense of urgency, we could have time limits on it. We could have discounts that come with time limits. We could have general discounts that are coming on it. And what happens is that because people do not want to miss out on the offer you have to provide or on the offer you are giving, they will rush in. They would bring you more money, and what happens is that you end up closing more deals. It is super important. Another thing, when it comes to writing winning or creating winning proposals, which will ultimately reflect in the sales that you make or help you close more sales, is to use, or the use of, clear language. The use of clear language. It is super important. If you are not using clear language in communicating what you have to offer, it's usually difficult for people to understand you. So it's super important that you communicate your value, you communicate your discount, you communicate whatever thing it is you want to communicate around your product with clear language. Let the person understand. If it's 30% discount on Fridays, let the person understand it is 30% discount on Fridays. Do not just say 30% and then the person walks into your shop, or the person sends you a DM if your business operates online, or the person reaches out to you on a Tuesday afternoon and they're trying to buy a product knowing that you said it's 30% and there's no 30%. For instance, there was a time I was making furniture from a particular furniture guy. I'm not going to mention his name here, but I was making furniture from him, and on his bio on Instagram he had written free delivery within Accra, free delivery within Accra. That was actually a very good thing that triggered me to go like, okay, if it's free delivery within Accra, I'm doing something worth over $1,500, $2,000, then obviously I'm gonna get it for free. Now this guy does the thing, brings the furniture to my house, and then gets there and we're done setting it all up in my hall. It's looking all beautiful and cozy, and this guy looks me in the face and says delivery fee, and I go like, what? Delivery what? And he says fee, and I said, wait, your bio on Instagram says free delivery within Accra, and then now he tells me in the face, the effrontery, he looks me in the face and tells me it is not for furniture, it is for bed. I'm like, wait, how come you? I told him point blank, and I said, young man, you better take that thing off your bio. And I said, I am somebody who has a certain crop and network of people connected to me. Obviously, if they come into my space and they see the work you have done, they will love it. But with how you are selling your message, it's not clear enough. Eventually, you use that as a clickbaity for me. You come and then you are not sticking to your word. So that's another thing. Make sure that your language is clear. Most importantly, if you say free delivery within Accra, ensure that it is free delivery within Accra. It also helps to build up on your integrity and trust in the business. This is super important. The next thing is to use visuals to aid your proposals. Use visuals to aid your proposals. This time around, I'm not talking about pictures whatsoever. Use visuals like graph and charts to aid your winning proposal. You cannot tell me that you are pitching to a potential investor about how the forex market has been or about how the stock market has been, and you are not showing proof of charts, you are not showing any graph, you are not showing anything to the investor. You will lose the investor, because the investor will know that what you are saying could probably just be head knowledge, and you are not showing anything to the person. Let me give you a quick tip and a quick clue, guys. Whenever you are doing a presentation for someone, whenever you are doing a presentation to an audience, whenever you are writing proposals and you include things like graph and you include things like charts, the human mind has a way of interpreting those things. They tend to see those things more complex. They tend to see those things more real. They tend to see more reason into those things. So it's important that if you are trying to create winning proposals, you inculcate these things into it. It is super important. Now, the next thing you need to understand when it comes to writing winning proposals that will ultimately trickle down in closing more sales for you is to be super confident in communicating your value. Is to be super confident in communicating your value. When you're super confident in communicating your value, you need to also make sure that you are delivering on your promise. So, like the guy, I'm super tempted to mention his business. Like the guy that did my furniture and then promised that free delivery within Accra, only to bring it to my house and its stories. Now, I ended up paying for the delivery, guys. I ended up paying for it, and I was so unhappy about. And I told him to the face, I said, if you keep doing this, there's no way people will trust you for your word. You just keep losing integrity in the marketplace. And so it's super important when it comes to doing that. And then lastly, guys, when it comes to writing winning proposals and offers, do not forget the last and most important thing. One last thing is super, super important when it comes to this whole entire process is the fact that you need to be able to negotiate and adapt to your customers' needs. You need to be able to negotiate and adapt to your customers' needs and feedback. It is very, very important, because I know people that when it comes to proposals and things, they are super rigid. Like if they say it's 100,000, it's 100,000. They do not bend, they do not curve. But you see, one of the things that will usually help you close more sales is when you understand the place and the art of negotiation. Later on in the course of the year, I'm going to do a video on the art of negotiation. But then when you understand the place and the art of negotiation and you are willing to adapt to your customers' feedback, you are likely to drop that 100,000 thing to a little bit around, 98,000, a little bit around 97,000. And if you keep doing that, I've always said it's better to chase and close the bag than to chase and lose the bag. So it's at 100,000, the person can do 98. As far as it's not affecting your profit by far, it is super important that you close it. The thing is that usually people are super greedy. People are super, 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 super greedy. They want to make 100x, 200x, 300x, 2x, 35x, 10x on whatever thing that they are selling. And so they do not see the place of negotiation and adaptability. I'm recording this thing live from Dubai, and one of the things, or one of the culture with the people of Dubai, is the fact that they so know how to negotiate. Case in point, I think about 2 years ago, I visited the desert with a couple of friends of mine, and there's this artwork they have of the Burj Khalifa. On the desert, one guy walks up to me and says, hello sir, will you buy this thing? And then I'm like, no. And then one of my friends who was with me was very interested. So I said, okay, one of my friends says he wants this thing. So then I'm standing by, I'm watching the tour. They say, hello sir, will you buy? I say yes. How much? He said, oh, 300 dirham. And then my friend says, oh, 300, can you come down? He said, my brother, very, very good price. This is very, very good price. And then my friend says, can you come down from 300 dirham? Let me give you 280. He said, brother, you won't get this price anywhere. This one, but for you, Habibi, I will you at best price. Let's do 290. Then my friend says, no, come down to 280. And then I'm just watching the way the guy is trying to close the deal. And then he says, you know what, Habibi, first time see you, I like you. I like your dressing. You get this dress from Gucci? And then my friend says, no, Oscar Davis Couture made the dress that he was wearing. He says, you look like you buy this dress from Gucci. If you don't buy this dress from Gucci, it looks very, very, very nice, Habibi. And then he said, bring 280. And then my friend paid 280 dirhams for that Burj Khalifa thing. Shock of it was, we moved from the desert. I think 2-3 days later, we went to Central, which is a place where people shop. And to our utmost shock, what was sold for 280 dirhams was literally selling for about 60 dirhams in Central. You see the difference. But he understood the place of negotiation because the customer had a pegged price. Even though he was trying to make it look like it was no good, he knew he had made probably 3-4x the money. And so it is super, super, super important when it comes to understanding the place of negotiation and adapting to customers' feedback. I hope that this content has blessed you. Now, writing creative proposal is one of the skills that you can stack up as a CEO, as a salesperson, as a good writer, as an graphic designer, as an SEO expert. These are things that you can learn to master in order to close more sales. My name is Moses Biata, your skill stacking coach. Love and light. Cheers, guys.